Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I pray everybody is having a blessed day on purpose. So what I really wanted to talk to y'all about was closure. And it came up because, talked to some friends and some family members about it. Like, what's your take on closure? And my therapist, like, what's your take on closure and stuff like that? And I heard everybody's explanations and stuff like that. But for me, when they ask me, like, what's my take on closure? My thing is, I don't need closure, especially from a person who knew or know that they was treating me wrong to go on about my life. For example, what like it's like you're expecting an apology from an abuser. Not saying it's like you're that deep, but you wouldn't expect for a person who was being abused for their abuser to really apologize unless they're truly remorseful. Sorry, a little tongue tie, remorseful. So I don't expect closure from a person who just thinks I don't I'm not supposed to get that from them. And the only reason why people want closure is to validate their feelings. And I get it, we're human. We want our feelings to be validated. But why would somebody who hurt my feelings, why would I expect for them to validate them and to apologize when they're just not as mature as they think they are? So that's my take on closure. You don't, once God has exposed a person's behaviors, intentions, and all that stuff towards you, that's the closure. The closure was them talking behind your back. The closure was them not inviting you out. The closure was them just treating you nasty and wrong. The closure was you being their friend, but they're not being your friend. The closure is you being their family member, but they're not really being your family member. The closure is that you could be their confidant, but they can't be your confidant. The closure is every time you tell them about something, your business done ran and hit the streets like you famous. That's the closure. God will expose people for who they are at that season in your life. So I'm not saying everybody is, that person bad and stuff like that, because let's be honest, God has put people in our lives for a season and for a reason and for a lesson. And my thing is just how these seasons change, God gonna have to rotate some people about our lives for our change. We can't expect we can't expect people, to always be there for us. Cause my thing is once a person can wear a mask for a long time, but it's gonna fall off sooner or later. So if they wore that mask for 10 years and they got what they got at you to say, God bless you, you needed that from me. You needed my love. You needed my kindness. You needed me to be a friend for you because, you know, that was my gift from God to you. So my thing is you don't need closure to move on about your life. And maybe that came from me from a little girl because, you know, how I was raised and stuff. Like I don't need closure from people from how they treat me. I'm not a dumb person at all. I might be a little silly, I might be slightly gullible, but dumb and stupid, she ain't it. So I take notes on how a person is treating me. I don't care who you are. You can be my mother, my father, my sisters, my brothers, my cousins, my man. I'm gonna take notes. My friends, I'm gonna take notes. I'm like, oh okay, oh okay. If I can go back years and find out the slightest things you have been doing, but I just been like, that's their behavior. Stop that. That person's treating you like that because you're letting them get away with it, and they just don't really care for you at the end of the day. I don't care how much they say they love you. Stop looking for closure from these people. You're not going to get a baby boy, baby girl. So we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do to go on, move on about our lives, because we were here for a purpose. We're here for greatness. And you over there crying, like I said, go through your emotions, especially you had to have a breakup from your man, your woman, a friendship breakup, a family-ship breakup. You grieve that out because those were real relationships that you took serious. So you're entitled having them emotions. You're entitled having them feelings and emotions. But to go get closure from a person you know that is treating you wrong, or you know that just don't care about you at the moment, that's abuse. you're sabotaging yourself. You're sabotaging your mental and spiritual health for a person that you might not get that apology from. You have to be okay with a person not apologizing to you. A person not even, being mature and taking up the fact that they know they was wrong. They know they treated you bad. You have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with a person not being in your life no more. I tell people all the time. Hold on. Sorry, my phone. I have. And you could be in my life for 20 years. Once I find out that you're just doing me wrong for no apparent reason, you gotta go, baby boy, baby girl. I ain't got time for that. Life is short. And life is too short to think I'm about to be sitting on this earth asking a person why they treated me like this. And they're grown. I'm not a child. People say they smart and they want to be emotionally intelligent and all that stuff, and they mature and that. A person will say all that, but when the time to come for a person to actually show that they're emotionally intelligent, to sit down and have that hard conversation, to sit down and it's going to be a hard conversation on why you treated me like this, or be mature enough to say, hey, I'm not that perfect person, and I might have really hurt your feelings, and I might not have been there for you. Some people are just cowards when it comes to that. They don't have the boldness to sit there in that hot seat and like, dang, I did this to you. I did not mean, because my thing is, a person who did not mean it, they're going to talk to you. They're going to talk to you. Whether you might think that the apology is, sincere or not, that's up to you. But a person who is sincere, and I'm big on calling. Don't text me no apology. And I'm a texter. But when it comes to having a serious conversation, I'm sorry, these allergies are going off. Having a serious conversation, you have to have the boldness to sit down with that person and have that conversation. But like I said, stop looking for that closure. You it's gonna be a 9 times out of 10 chance you're not gonna get. Have people done me wrong and have apologized for why they did me wrong? Absolutely. Absolutely. And I thank God for these people growing, maturing, blossoming and to become the people they are. Like, I had people who thought they were gonna bully me and they were like, they sorry. And I totally forgot about these people. Totally forgot I added them on social media and stuff like that. But they apologized. And our thing is, I didn't need your apology. I didn't need their apology, but I thank God for it. But my thing is, you will stay stuck and stagnant and in hurt and bitterness if you're waiting for certain people to apologize. And some people are never going to apologize. Some people will die today knowing they needed to apologize to you about how they treated you, and they just not going to do it because they just don't have the boldness to do it. So I'm not sure who this is for too, but don't sit in that, oh, I need closure. You had closure. God showed you that closure. God gave you the closure on a silver platter. It's how that person was treating you in the past and present. If you can sit back and you can see like, I was always there for this person during their time of need and their good times. Cause you could be you don't always gotta be around a person before their bad time. You be there for their good times. But if you were being that friend, that family member to them, and they weren't being that to you, that's closure enough. That's closure enough. And I'm not saying to completely cut that person out. That's between you and God and the Holy Spirit. Y'all had to have that conversation, see that person is do you need that person in your life right now? Or are they conducive to the life that you're gonna have? Are they gonna help you become the best version of yourself? And that's a no. Go and cut that person off. But let's not just sit like, oh, I need closure to get on. You're not gonna get it. It's a very, 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 very high chance you're not gonna get it.